Hi and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Elite Series League of Legends 2nd Division broadcast here at Rift Entertainment. Tonight I shall be your host, but I will be accompanied by none other than the beautiful QG. Welcome back, QG.
Hello? I'm here.
There we go,
Hello,
there
hello.
he is.
Hello.
How
Good
are
to
you
see you
doing?
again.
Yeah, it's been a
I
while.
haven't seen you in like
Years.
we didn't cast this year, so I haven't seen you this year on cam actually.
Yeah, we haven't yet. I casted, I think, with Fresh and with Harmless, but not yet with you indeed. So last time we cast together was way back in October for event Summoner's Dance.
Oh yes. In suits it was nice.
So it was really nice live event. But yeah, we are here for the 2nd division of the Elite Series League of Legends here, and I will remind everybody who was there 2 days ago on Wednesday, or actually just make the disclaimer for people who weren't there 2 days ago. We are currently, alongside our friends at Once Upon a Team and Dynasty, running a charity auction. Not auction, but charity action rather. We are gathering funds to donate to a Turkish non-governmental organization, a charity rather, that's called ABAP, in order to, well, give them some money because they are currently helping the people that were touched by the 2 earthquakes that hit Turkey and Syria. They are, of course, in Turkey, as you can see on the graphic. So yeah, you can donate either through the PayPal we've set up for that, for ease of use for you. We will also be sharing the money that comes in over the graphic that you saw before, or if you prefer to do a direct transaction to them for whatever reason that is yours, you may also directly donate to them over the second QR code you see on your right. They're very good people, they do great work, and yeah, so definitely donate to them.
Yeah, and I also heard that it was a choice of the players to
Yes, indeed. So some players were affected. I mean, Rifslovs, for example, has some Turkish players, and we did query them which organization they would think were best for this, and they recommended ABAP. So we're pretty solid on them being great and active there. So that's all good. Definitely do donate, and we will be updating the bar down here over time as it's going on. But I did get the message that we already have champ select, so we'll jump right in, and you'll have the surprise of who we're going to see for this first match in the champ select, because with that we haven't touched on it yet. And yeah, as you can see, we have AOMA ESPORTS going up against AURORA, so one of the top of the bracket teams here going up against one of the lower ladder ones.
Yes, and we have Caitlyn, Lucian, and Wukong banned. Reggie is just adjusting the settings, so we get a little zoom of the people here. The Reggie is also banned for AOMA. You actually almost have to ban Elise on blue side, but it's really good as. Bless you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah, you were sick on Wednesday, right?
I was pretty darn sick. Well, Wednesday it was better, but on Monday I had like 39 fever. I was dead in bed. So I preferred to have Daniel do the casting for me because my throat is still a bit sore, but it's doable, and I didn't want to immediately just fuck it up by screaming like a monkey in the microphone.
Yeah, well, if you drink enough, it should help. But we have a Jace, and Jace logged in for AOMA Esports, and a Nautilus for Aurora here. And they probably are looking maybe for Samira Nautilus bot lane. They're pretty strong right now, good comp.
Something and, aggressive.
Yeah, AOMA is looking for also Viego, who got a buff. No, we are not playing on that patch. We're playing on the live patch on Wednesday. is not where Viego is buffed, but he's still a solid champion. Jay is also a good flex pick, can play in top and mid. So if you start with it, you have your the rest of your champ select is open.
Yeah.
And there we have Renata.
Great answer to, well, the aggressivity of something like a Nautilus.
Yes, she's very good at peeling. She can free hit him with her passive, and if Draven hits, also Draven is very good early game, and also transitions good into the mid game if you get some kills. So you get some gold and you get some items, and yeah, you can do damage way faster than other champs. So for Renata, also, if you stay behind minions, it's really good against Nautilus. You can't be hooked, and you can poke all the time. They have a Yasuo. It could be Nautilus Yasuo bot, but you never know. You never know.
Definitely
If you
leaving
play a
some...
bot lane, that will be against the Draven. It will be very aggressive, but it's also good to block the Renata ult with the Yasuo wall. You can always block it. You can also block it with Braum E, so it disappears. She's also a good champ against Renata. And there we have the Karma ban. Still a stable pick in the ESL Division 2.
Yes, I mean, we still see a lot of bans we saw in the previous patches. I mean, Caitlyn was recurring, Maokai, Karma, Ola, Fukong was also very popular. So, yeah, those bans definitely still on the line here.
The meta didn't change that much. The melee supports got stronger. They're even getting stronger in the next patch, but they got stronger. Radiance Virtue was nerfed for the Karma and the jungle builds who built Radiance Virtue, but the Alistar, Rakan, all these melee supports are getting better and better because they want to push out the AD carries and the mages out of the bot lane. And you have Gragas and Salas who also got banned. So AOMA eSports is probably going for Jack's top here because they banned Gragas. And there we have the Yasuo comp with a pretty knock-up heavy team.
Yeah, I mean, with Malphite, Nautilus definitely is in for a treat. The answer to that Malphite with...
Shen is also not bad to defend the Draven here when he gets dived. But they go for the Zac. And what do they do? And they pick the Shen. Shen still the option. That's a very good engage with Zac here. You can Zac can jump in with the ult of Shen if you land the knock up, and then you have the E into the Shane CC and they go for it. So it will be a very protect the AD carry comp from AOMA eSports, and to get the bot lane ahead with the Zac, the Renata and the Draven. And for Aurora it is all into the team fight. We focus, you try to knock up more than one and then just AoE them down, and there's another knock. And there it is. It is Yasuo bot, I told you.
And Cho'Gath Tom, and then we'll have that Malphite on the mid lane, I guess, or what's going on?
I think the Cho'Gath will lane with yeah, Cho'Gath will lane with Shen. So you will not see a Shen mid lane, but it could be a possibility that you want to get him in there. Why, I don't know. But yeah, you lane the AD against the AD damage, so Jace has a harder time in the mid lane.
Yes. I was going to say that Malphite is going to play really well into the hands going up against Jace, who's AD stacking that armor. Plus he's going to have I mean, I don't know, he's probably going to have a rough time clearing fast early on, but he is in the middle, meaning that he can get to the bot lane rather easily. which definitely is a great boon for that Yasuo Nautilus bot lane. He gets there quick once he's level 6. We can hope to see some ganks there.
Yeah, but you also have to look out for the early damage that Renata and Draven can do. They're not to underestimate. You're probably gonna... It's a hard time actually for the Yasuo and the Nautilus early. You have a lot of damage, yes, but you don't have the range. So if you don't land your hook and you have to run away, you are done, in my opinion. Get slowed by the E of Renata. The Draven is getting sped up by the W, and you can't escape. If he lands an axe on you, you can chase for like 2 minutes until he's run out of mana. So, and if he runs Presence of Mind, what I think is not the standard rune here. Because of the last buffs, AD carries Overheal got really buffed. So, and this is also a good lane to have a shield in. If you get all in by Yasuo and Nautilus, you still have that Overheal shield at its level 7. It's better than before, I think. And therefore, you're way more tankier in the early stages of the game because you have more range. You can like steal the shield up. You can, the shield of Renata, and if she goes Guardian, you have even more shield when you get hit. If she goes Ivory, you can poke a bit more on the lane. So it depends how you play your Renata. You can play more aggressive, more defensive. Depends on the lane, actually.
And then there's the jungle matchup. We have on one side, we have the Viego for Aurora, which adds them some edge to their all-in thingy, because once everybody goes ham, he can do his thing in all peace. And on the other side, on AOMA's side, we have that Zac, who can, in my opinion, really answer rather well to very aggressive comps, because his ultimate is pretty good in defense. His E2, because it is really quick to go, his Q as well. So he's got a lot of tools to peel as well for that Raven, adding on top of the Renata, the Shen we already have, and so on. So yeah, what do you think about the jungle matchup, actually?
The jungle matchup, the Viego should win in the early 1v1 matches if they met into the jungle. Later on, with that comp, if you get a kill ahead, a kill in a team fight, the Viego is ahead, and he can burst peeps down. And also the Zac should be going Demonic Embrace into Radiance Virtue, so he's pretty hard to kill. If you have some healing reduction, it's good. And yes, I think it will be an interesting matchup, but if played well, Zac will camp bot, kill the bot laners, and
Yeah.
the Viego is just going to farm up.
I was gonna say, these early ganks can be very devastating, especially since, well, you've already mentioned it, that the Draven alone is already a very big bully in lane, but Renata just makes it worse for the enemy. So there's definitely quite a lot to look forward there for AOMA, and I think Aurora is gonna have to be very careful on that bot side early game. Yeah, there we have it. Everybody's set up.
Yes, and we have the Maokai with Comet to get the poke in and sustain the lane. We have the standard tank slap down. And there you see, melees hitting each other. And pow pow. Sugar doesn't have that much max health damage, and also no shield, so he has a bit of trouble trading in a lane like that.
And I mean, Shen
So you see
does
that Shen
have
is winning.
in that melee matchup, Shen can hurt more than one would always expect, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's the Q that deals a lot of max health damage. And as Cho'Gath, you are going to. Oh, and we maybe have a gank here.
Here on the mid lane, we have the stun going through to Krumel, but is able to push back Symbiose. But already very aggressive early on, and Gabush does go for the kill here by flashing onto him,
no
but has to be careful not to be pincered by the two. Now, both junglers and mid laners very low.
And they see the damage, and
The top lane is
Tamulus can't trade because of the W.
It's getting pushed back, and Mark is already taking very good starts here on the top lane. Yeah, was level 4 when Yod was level 5. Attempts a tower dive here. He's a lot of damage, but he's not gonna take the first blood. He's gonna be it. You know, on the mid lane we have the gank here again from Gabush trying to get the kill on Haxu. It's not gonna be enough. Barely survives that red buff tick. The bot lane, a lot of aggression also from AURORA, who decide to go in as AOMA is pushed a bit too far in, and Symbiose is just around the corner. We hit the stun on the enemy AD carry, put a lot of damage on him, but the rest of the bot lane is a bit slow to join. They have a rough time getting in there. Gank has to be stopped.
Yeah, an unfortunate tower dive here from Mac, who really thought he got Tamulus, but it was quite unfortunate to not get the kill and be dead instead. Well, he would die anyway, but the first blood against the Tyrannical, you always 1 goal ahead. Now you are 300 behind. But yeah, the trading goes on and on. And Draven is stacking.
And we've already seen quite a lot of action in this early game. Of course now it died down a bit, but another gang coming in on the top lane this time around from Gabush as damage is put on the enemy Cho'Gath. He's not gonna survive for long. That's a kill going to Muk. Now the bot lane, again the engage from Mirai.
Re-engage
this time, and Symbiose is just around the corner, but he is gonna die. That kill does go to Bois, but he has to be careful himself now to not die. Does get the kill still on the enemy AD carry. Oh no, that was his support, and does die from that. Symbiose is gonna try to get a return kill on that Renata, but is already too far away.
Yeah, but Draven got 298 bonus gold, I think. I saw something like that. Maybe it was a spectator bug, but you got decent gold there. And
we have the other engage on the mid lane as Haxu has to be very careful, very low. Is probably not gonna escape this, even with the help of Mirai, who tried to come in. Malus with the level 6. Good execute. Mark does look for the opportunity to get some damage and use his own ulti to devour him. The turret is so close.
Yeah. Viego is also coming top. Maybe they're going to dive here, or he's looking for some camps. Maybe looking for Zac too. It is going to be an AP Zac. Oh no, he's going to be buying the demonic embrace. Yeah, there you see the early damage and the Zac coming from behind. Oh, nice knock up.
Does go in. Here comes the tower of his lawn, gets a lot of damage. He's probably not gonna get out alive from this. And now we have Mark, who also joined in with the TP, Standard United. So have in a bit of a tedious position here. Mirai is almost dead, but now we have a Haxu coming in from that mid lane. They might pick up that kill on the enemy top laner. Between the minions, yeah, we do go with the unstoppable force, but now Mirai has to be careful because they joined in the middle of the bot lane with the jungle. Now Haksu has to be careful, gets a lot of damage in from buoys, and Gabush barely survives that turret. And he procced his passive in his beautiful tower dive. Well played from AOMA Esports here.
Yeah, and there you
who
see...
just came in is gonna get it too as well. Oh, I think someone wasn't too careful.
Oh,
there.
he got revived! No!
Buoys only gets executed. Beautiful.
Yeah, and there you saw that Draven almost has his item finished because of the treasure hunter, the Draven passive, and all the kills he got. So yeah, Lihaun almost bought only the boots and the longsword, and you see that there's a BF, Quicksilver, and the Vampiric Scepter. So this Draven is not to have fun with.
Yeah,
Now they
Marco does
switched.
find purchase with his taunt on Haksu, gets a lot of damage already in. Thinks he might go for the re-engage with help of his jungler and support, but no, Edward is now there. And a lot of movement around that Herald, which both teams might be kind of looking at right now. Zimbius comes into the top lane for a gank.
Oh, nice dodge.
Helping Octomalus out. He does try to... We flash behind him to get the kill. We do get it on sides of Aurora. And now our bot lane are joining in on the mid lane to finish off Mark. Who's all alone for a short time.
Tanky. What is this?
Yes, he does not die. Now the rest of his team is joining in. He might die. No, he survives because Gabush comes in just in time.
No way. Edward saves Muck here with the E shield and the Guardian's proc into the W, so Muck can auto attack here. Very nice done from Edward, coming to save his top laner. And now we are on the Rift Herald, and it will be given up from Aurora.
And not wagering it. Oh, Haksu might die to the Raptors. And the kill goes to Beerus. That was some nice access.
Yeah, I think Beerus sniped him with the ult.
Side coming. We have the engage here as Octomalus is trying to flee. This is gonna die. And now you have Mag joining back in to get the kill on Zimbios. Tries to flash over the wall, very low. Mirai, not flash, but go over with the E, I believe. He's very low between the two towers. Is he gonna be able to dupe them? Nope. Here comes the Q. Beerus, meanwhile, just pushing and almost start having Lon, who's having a really rough time against the enemy AD carry. Is he gonna do the 2v1? No! Here comes Unstoppable Force into last breath. Gets a lot of damage, but here comes Stand United from his top lane, and they do get the double kill on that bot lane.
Yeah. Give the Draven more gold, and he will do it. Like, I think that Haksu wanted to have revenge here, but the revenge didn't work out. So Beerus got another kill there. But I think Haksu backed on a ward, got hit by the Draven ult, and then killed by the jungle camp. How unfortunate is that?
You really need to be unlucky for something like that to happen.
Yeah, I would be tilted after that one, but yeah, it happens if your support has a good vision. But there we have a fight again.
The bot lane very aggressive, always pushing on. I mean, Booz is now standing 6-2 with 92 farm, lead of over almost 40 on his enemy. They get first turret on the bot lane, but spectator mode thinks that the top lane skirmish is more interesting than the heavy push of AOMA here, because they play this really well. I mean, they have the Herald down, they push, and the jungler plus their mid laner standing to the sides to make sure their bot lane doesn't get catch. And here we have the engage from Gabush, and a lot of damage already falling on Lon, who just explodes. We have a TP coming in. Meanwhile, Krimmel does 1v1 Zimbios to the death. Barely survives though.
Yeah, and then are going for more kills, more Draven stacks. We're almost finished, IE. Haksu has to use the ult to escape. Other than flash, it has less cooldown, be more safe. Yeah, and a pretty dominant early game from AOMA here. Who already killed 2 towers before the 14-minute timer. So there's some gold in the bank for the bot lane, and Draven has IE finished now. And Lawn is still on the.
Now we try to get a kill on the top lane. Aurora not letting themselves be. Oh, Zarms from that. Still trying to find a kill here and there. We might get that kill on the enemy top laner.
No.
No.
No way.
I think Mirai there might have abandoned too fast, or be sure to fault that Symbios get it a bit too early. Meanwhile, AOMA gets this Drake in this game.
Yeah, better safe than sorry, but Aurora needs a good backup here to
And
still stay relevant.
Another dive from AOMA. This time we don't find Purchase. Kabush has to be careful, gets ulted by the Shen to survive. And that way Aurora survives. Yeah, he still falls, and we do find to counter engage yet. We do get one kill. We get a lot of damage on the enemy AD carry, but no, he does so much more. Gets a double kill in a matter of seconds. Almost got their prize here.
Wow. Very sad that Beerus didn't die here for Aurora. Maybe the fight would have turned otherwise. But you see that he heals like a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an ambulance, you know.
If
If he gets slow, he just heals up.
He's just an ambulance truck.
It's
I'd even
like
say
the
he's a
meme, call
field
an
medic.
ambulance, but not for me.
Yeah. As MVS tries to contest his red buff, is gonna pay for that. Yeah,
Well,
Aurora.
maybe we should call an ambulance for Aurora.
Yes, I mean, on their back heels right now, as AOMA is definitely setting the pace, and I did think they can get a kill on Mac, but he survives so long. I mean, Edward at Buris just went through half the map to get to him, and yeah, beautifully made from Gabush, gets 2 people in. Octomalus is probably not gonna survive that. The rest of his team is able to flee, however.
Yeah, the early game of AOMA eSports is just too strong here. The Draven Aurea is on his way to buy Lot Dominics to even counter the tanks that don't have any armor yet. So if they buy armor, the armor is gonna be useless anyway. And now the rat buff, even more stacks for the Draven here. Dragon is going to be up in 2 minutes, so
He's so far ahead. Maybe we can see the individual goal differences.
I think Draven can easily do the Baron with Zac. Zac tanks. Yeah, now they could go. Oh no, it's still Harold. Oh my god.
It's still Harold.
So fast to the game.
For 16th minute here. Gonna pick up that second Herald, and they're already pushed in so far. I mean, AOMA already has 4 turrets made. Getting a second Herald now is rough.
Yeah, they will probably take mid tower with the Herald to split the map even more open, and then they probably gonna push mid, send 3 people mid, and yeah, they do 1-3-1 because they are pretty strong. Nobody can kill the Shen. Jace is going to poke you down, and in the mid lane you can't do anything against Beerus with his Draven and Edward with the Renata. So there's going to be some fun for the enemy team to lane against you.
Yeah, it's so interesting because we're still kind of in a laning phase-ish situation, I guess. But we're also not, you know? Because while they still always have people on lanes specifically, they still like move around a lot because, well, AOMA just sets the pace that way. They decide we're gonna do this now, we're gonna do that. With the Herald that bot lane, they're probably gonna grab that inhib without too much trouble. Aurora should try and find something to defuse this. Yes, as Haxu is backing, coming in to support them. Mark goes
Oh,
on
and the
top lane
damage
with
comes
his
out.
ultimate, and now we have the engage here from Garbage in between the Nexus Charge, but so much damage coming in from Booze as he already get a turret down with the Herald Charge and a kill. A second kill coming in. Lon does go into the river, but it's Symbius who is trying to flee now, but does get grabbed by the enemy middle lane along the jungle lane. Now we already do Nexus here for AOMA Esports as they finish this game in 18 minutes and 20 seconds.
Is this the fastest win of this of the ESLOL Division 2?
I mean, at this rate, it
I
could
think
very
it
well
is.
be. Very well
Because
be.
Rift have some 20-minute games, and I think this one was the fastest. It was also the snowball. Yes, the Draven really rolled the snowball in the early game, and it got bigger and bigger, and now you couldn't stop it. So yeah, actually, Regi told me that it's the fastest game. So here we are
Awesome.
with an 18-minute game. It was fast fun, I guess. Well, for AOMA, it wasn't. I think it wasn't really enjoyable for Aurora to get snowballed that hard by a Draven. Yeah, maybe they could. I think the Yasuo comp didn't work out. It's a really hard comp to play actually. You need to get the Yasuo ahead. It didn't work out, so Draven just steamrolled because nobody could touch him, because nobody had items. But the Draven, I think he finished with 4.
I mean,
And yeah.
you could absolutely give it to Buis, who shredded them. I mean, at some point, they could get him, but they couldn't because he was just always in the right spot, so that they barely couldn't kill him, and he would survive and just do so much damage. So it's too well played, especially to him.
Yeah, they almost had him, and then they didn't.
Yeah.
You know, he was low, but the ambulance
No.
came. He healed himself up.
He had them
and
the
then,
first half.
it was gone, dude. He had so much damage. He could lifesteal everything up, and then you can't kill him. The comp was nice. The Malphite ult hit, the Yasuo ult hit, but he wasn't killable. The Sheets came in, the Shen ult came in, the revive attack speed from Renata came in, so even if he would die, he wouldn't actually. So what do you do against that? Nothing if you're behind. So really well draft from AOMA here, who played for the AD carry, and they did it. So it was actually really, the draft transitioned really good into the game. It was a really nice job from them.
Yes, absolutely. So this was game 1 of today, but maybe this time around we can actually look. Oh, you have the results here. We can see AOMA versus Aurora, and we have AOMA taking the win. And you can see that the next match is adverse against Rift Slofts. My brain lagged for a bit there, as you can see also here on the schedule, which we weren't able to call up before. So stay tuned for that. We'll be hopping in a short break before it, but before we go to that, I will still remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that do donate to ARBAP either over our PayPal or directly to them. They're doing great stuff over in Turkey to help the people touched by the earthquakes, and we'll be running this charity action along our good friends at Once Upon a Team and Dynasty for the next 3 game days, including this one. So this week we've had the first 2 game days, and next week we'll be also running it to collect funds to send over in Turkey to them. Anyways, we'll see you guys in, well, I suppose about 10 minutes break for the next game, Adverse versus Rift Sloths. See you soon.